You become a dangerous, dangerous person when you learn how to control your tongue.
Leave people curious about you. There will always be a level of mystery and curiosity when it comes to me in my life. I will never just share everything with people. I'll share what I want to share when I want to share it. You will see it when I want you to see it. I'll tell you when I want to tell you. Everything else is an assumption, which is perfectly fine. But there should always be a level of mystery about you. You should never just tell people everything that you got going on, because unintentionally, you're going to be trying to live your life through another person's lens. You're going to be worried about their opinions and their judgments of you. But when you do what you want to do and you mind your business, they don't got no other choice. They just got to accept it.
Do not engage. Do not respond. Do not be provoked. That's what they want. Do you understand the assignment? Y'all have a good day and stay safe.
Stop telling everybody everything. They don't need to know. And more importantly, psychologically and in general, this kind of hurts you more than it helps you. It's fine to get advice from people, but when you're starting something, you have an idea or a vision, and you go and tell all your friends what that idea and vision is, psychologically, your brain is tricked into thinking it's already been done because you're talking about it. You're talking about the results that it's gonna create, or how big you want to get it, or how genius of an idea it is. And it's good to put those thoughts out into the universe and just be really positive about what you have, but build that on the back end and then talk about the result. Talk about it when it's about to be released. And then generally speaking, everyone doesn't always have your best interest at heart. I would hope most people in your life support you and love you, but you're going to meet people along the journey that you just don't click with, and you really don't know how that could turn out with the information that you give. And everyone does not have to know your next move. It's actually encouraged. Move in silence so that you can know how hard you did this for yourself. Because then when you start telling people about everything that's going on in your life, it then becomes external validation, and now you feel like everything that you told people has to come true because they know. You could work on something for 4 years and never tell a soul, and it just doesn't work out then. But then 8 years later, it really works out and blows up in whatever you wanted it to happen. Be mindful about what you say, because everyone doesn't need to hear it.
By talking too much in a meeting or in any kind of situation, you make people inadvertently smell weakness on you. A lot of communication between humans is nonverbal. We feel, we sense something from you, and it communicates, and we have an impression. And people who talk a lot generally give an impression of they don't know how to control themselves. Whereas people who kind of say a little bit less, who kind of speak in riddles almost, who say, yeah, that's great, I'll think about it, or whatever, gives off an impression of power, as if they know more than they actually do. Mm-hmm. Because the game of power, a lot of it has to do with appearances. So I've studied, for writing the book, some of the most powerful people in history, kings and CEOs and presidents, and inevitably they had that quality, or they knew how to control their tongue. The other thing is, if you talk too much, you're going to inevitably say something stupid.
Right. Just because I'm not posting every move that I make doesn't necessarily mean I'm not making moves. I just like to keep my motion to myself. Stay silent, stay out the way, and when you see me, you'll see me.
Maturing is realizing that nobody has to know anything about you. Nobody. Nobody has to know anything about you. Date in private, have your babies in private, get married in private, start school in private, be in a relationship private. Just do everything private. Stay in your bubble and live your life. You would be so much happier if you kept the things that make you happy a secret. The moment you start telling people things about you, it slipped through your hand. Learn how to live in private. That's the move.
Oversharing is how you leak your energy, which is why privacy is energetic protection. There's no need to tell people more than they need to know. The less you reveal, the more they can wonder. Moving in silence is powerful, and it's how you maintain a peaceful life. This is how you vibrate higher.
This is why moving in silence is smart. Number 1, dreams, goals, and plans are a very personal and sacred space. Sharing them with just everybody makes you vulnerable for everybody's feedback. Number 2, not everyone is going to see your vision, because your vision is so personalized
to who you are, which is a conglomerate of your personal life experience. It's led you to your dreams. And very rarely you are going to meet people who are going to see that vision. Number 3, the energy that you're putting into sharing and sharing and sharing and sharing with everybody is the same energy you could be using to actually achieving your plans, goals, and vision. This doesn't mean that you can't share and talk about your vision and all of that. You just have to find the right environment, meaning the right people, the right group. You want to make sure you feel safe with these people to be sharing such a sacred space, because you are leaving yourself vulnerable for all the other feedback. So make sure you're selective and intentional with who you share that with.
Stop telling people what you're doing. Stop telling people what you're doing, what your dreams are, and what you want to accomplish, because they will kill your dream in 2.5 milliseconds. The times that I talk to you guys about getting closer to yourself, it's for a reason. And it's because you need to be able to have that conversation with yourself and hype yourself up. People will kill your dreams. People always want you to do good, but not better than them. And a lot of times they don't even want you to do good. The thing that you can do is create a bond with yourself to the point where I'm like, girl, guess what we're gonna do? Hustle silently, okay? Whatever your dreams are, whatever your goals are, do it on the down low, and then show up when you're ready to show up. Show up when you've already accomplished that goal. And people be like, oh my God, girl, you didn't tell me you were doing that. Because your energy's bad.
Move silently, but celebrate loudly. Move silently, but celebrate loudly. You do not owe anyone an explanation for the choices that you are making moving forward. And you also don't owe anyone an explanation for why you are celebrating. The thing is, people are going to see your abundance very loud and clearly. But many people, especially people from your past, are not going to understand or know the source of this abundance. And when I mean source, I mean the specific ways in which this is happening. But they're going to know that this is all divine, right? That these are literal blessings from God.
Once you realize the power of your silence, that is when you become a very dangerous person. When you stop giving people a reaction, you stop responding, you stop engaging, you actually just start disengaging for real. You just disappear. Oh my gosh, you're gonna start irritating a lot of spirit. People love attention, and when you take that attention away from them, they get very upset. That's why nowadays I don't really argue with people, because I realize you don't have to. I couldn't even tell you the last time I got into an argument with somebody, because I really just be chilling. I'll be like, oh, okay. I mean, it is what it is. Instead of getting all bent out of shape and trying to prove a point to somebody and prove this, that, and the third, prove nothing. Absolutely nada, nothing. Some of y'all like to be motor mouths and you going back and forth. No. Stop it. We're done doing that. Instead, start telling people you like it, I love it, stand on your decision, wish them the best, and you just fall off the face of the planet. They cannot hear from you. They don't hear from you. You shut it down. Access denied. It's over. Never underestimate the power of who you are as a person, because if somebody cannot understand your value in your presence, then they're going to have to try to figure it out in your absence forever.
It pays to move in silence. It is so important to be strategic about what you share, when you share it, and especially who you're sharing it with. When I decided to move to Los Angeles from Maryland, which is where I grew up, my parents shared that update with a family friend. The first thing that family friend said was, wow, we know a lot of people whose kids have moved to Los Angeles and none of them have made it. In fact, they've all come back home because they couldn't make it work. That was the last time my parents ever shared any updates about us with that family friend. Now, this wasn't my parents' first lesson or even my first lesson on the impact of other people's energy on your desires, on your passions, on your dreams, on your journey.
I have to learn how to shut up. That I can't just give everybody my idea and my attention and my energy. I gotta learn how to be quiet. I also gotta learn how to be by myself and sit still and grow. Because too many of y'all are too caught up on who you used to be, and you're thinking because of who you used to be, God can't use who you gon' be. But God said, before you messed up, I called you. Once you messed up, I called you. And jacked up, I'm still calling you. For I know the plans that I have. You're going to win.